Good evening. It's Wednesday. Doing dirt racing series. Rain. Taking on Queens Highway. Afterparty. 5 laps of up and down nonsense. Just to finish on the forward KOM. So, dirt racing series. A little primer. Something a little bit different, but still familiar. Tonight is the prologue. We're doing a bit of a points race. Small field with 13. So tonight there was points on the second sprint, which was FTS, so fastest through the segment. And then there was an FAL, fourth time through the segment, and then an FTS on the finish. A minute and a half in, I was like, let's see what we can do here. I was feeling okay, and I was a little fatigued still from last week. I've been kind of sort of overdoing it, but I was like, might as well see what I can do, and quickly built up a 5-second lead and thought to myself, okay, I know this isn't going to last forever, but might as well just lean into it and turn this into kind of a bit of a baseline for the upcoming season and see what I can do for 20 minutes. I knew it was going to be a 30-minute or so race, so I thought I'd see what I can put together in terms of a threshold effort. So I spent quite a bit of time up here. I'm still 4 seconds up, holding just a shade over 300, which is about 4.3. If you notice, I am in the A pen, and so this includes high Bs, As, and A pluses. Even though there's 13 guys, the two who are chasing me down right now, Nate and Jesse Bauer, are very strong riders who have very high FTPs, and after a solid 4 minutes on my own, these guys decided to join me. And so they, hung out for a little while, and we worked together. I tried to get some rest, but then I did realize I wanted to kind of baseline myself, so didn't rest too much and decided, might as well do some work. This was a midweek race and trying to build up, so get a bit of threshold in there for me. A couple days to recover before Saturday's herd race. And we get to the lap banner, which is coming up. So we go sort of slightly uphill and around the bend. And as soon as we get to the banner, look, usually when you're 3 guys on a breakaway, going for FTS, which is fastest through, is not going to get you any faster than in the pack. But these guys decide, I'm going to sprint. Bye-bye. And they just dropped me. So that's me for the day. They just absolutely roasted me on this sprint. Even though I'm doing above threshold or near threshold, I'm going backwards, and they quickly have 6-7 seconds on me. And this is the time where you're kind of like, do I keep going or do I just soft pedal into the pack? If it was a bigger pack, I would have probably just soft pedaled. If I hadn't decided that I wanted to suffer a little bit on my own tonight, I would have likely also just joined the pack and then raced it. But I was kind of committed. I looked up, there's 10 minutes left until my 20-minute sort of threshold effort, and figured, what the hell, might as well try to hold threshold and see where I can go. As you can see, I'm putting in some time on the people behind me, so 9-10 seconds, but the guys ahead of me are putting time into me. So I'm not really making much progress. This is absolutely like no man's land. I'm in between both groups, 0 draft, no rest or recovery, and I think it's probably a good thing that I committed mentally to suffer tonight, because I would have quickly given up. Now this is where my heart rate monitor decides it doesn't want to work anymore, which is annoying. I don't know why. No apparent reason. I changed the batteries maybe a month ago, so there's no reason for the batteries to be dead. And I usually have a backup on the desk in front of me, but that backup fell on the ground somehow and I didn't have it available. So here I am, no heart rate monitor. I had some heart rate data. I don't know what the race organizer is going to do. This is a Prologue, so smart of the DRS organizers to set up a week to debug and see if there's anything they can fix and see if their programming works and how they score points and everything. So it didn't really count towards anything other than just getting a really good workout and getting a feel for the team and for the division. Another reason for the low turnout, we think, you may have seen a message at the start of the race that the FIR tour is going on at the moment. So it's a 1 week competition where a lot of the coalition guys are participating. So as far as I can tell, our division has 2 dirt teams. So Dirty Rascals Camaro, that's us, and Dirty Rascals Supra, as well as a coalition team. And they didn't really have strong numbers tonight. So there we are. This is coming up to the 4th time across the banner. You see I got 20 seconds on the group behind me, but then I'm 20 seconds the group ahead of me. And this is where these guys start going for it, because we're coming up on some FAL points. FAL points is first across the line. So you can see the pack behind me. They just made up 15 seconds in the matter of an instant. And I gotta tell you, it's soul crushing when you've been working this hard and everyone just blows past you like you're not doing anything. You can see by the look on my face, I'm a little bit soul crushed, I guess you can call it, just hurting. But this is what threshold efforts look like. It's very painful. It's very uncomfortable. And at this point, I'm just counting down the time thinking, I got 90 seconds to go. Just keep going, keep pressure on the pedals, and you'll get there. So averaging 302, and my goal was to, hopefully be in the 300 mark, and 301. And I start seeing that number and I'm like, oh, come on, you got to give me at least this. Like, I got to at least make it to 20 minutes at 300. Please give me this at least. I went on the break solo, did all this work, and it would be soul crushing if I didn't hit that number. It's just numbers. It doesn't really matter, but it's just a mental thing, I guess, to want to hit that goal and achieve something. So in the pack, hit my 20 minutes. Now I'm trying to recover. I know that we've got 1 lap to go before the forward KOM starts. A couple more guys join us, and I'm hurting here. I wish I knew what my heart rate was so I could gauge kind of the effort. But in any event, we've got 1 more lap to go in the pack of 7 of 14. So half the race is right here before we get to the bottom of this hill and then make a right turn to go up the KOM. So there's Dan on the front with a green hat. We're trying to push the pace a little bit. If you look on the right hand side, you see Keith, Norris, and a couple other dirt guys have 15 seconds, 16 seconds. And at this point, it looks like they're pushing pretty hard. So we just wanted to keep the pressure on and make sure that they weren't going to somehow close that gap as well. Make sure that we were only going to go up that KOM, this 6 or 7 of us who are here. This is the last time through the banner coming through. We've got the same 7 guys. Just kind of trading pulls, keeping the speed up, but if you look at Nate and Jesse's numbers ahead of us, they're mid-high 4s on the low side, and then pushing 5s and 6s when they're on the incline. So I don't think we were ever going to catch them. 20 seconds on us. These guys are on another level than the rest of us, so it should make for an interesting series anyway. Here we are coming through the last little bit of the last lap. Sprint coming up. That doesn't count for anything. A little bit of a dropout there. That was a bit strange. The gremlins were out tonight. We had draft fans coming through for every arch, so it was just always a draft fan, and use that sort of across, and then use it for some recovery here. Across the banner and get some for the recovery. Now here, I decided I was going to try to hit the front to see if I can, hurt some legs before the KOM, because people want to just soft pedal on the downhill, but if you're doing just a little bit, it forces them to push as well. Ultimately, kind of backfired on me, because we make this right turn here, and then everyone goes, and I'm just toast. I've got nothing left. Like, putting out 300 at this point is really hard. Get out of the saddle a couple times, but just ultimately, similar to last week on the Saturday night herd race, you come to the end and there's just nothing left. And these guys all take off on me, and I'm doing 375, 400 watts, and I'm going backwards. There we go. 500 watts going backwards. I'm trying to hold Dan's wheel here, but he's still got some left in the tank. And at this point, I'm like, okay, bye-bye. I'm toast. See you guys. And you just watch him right off in the distance. Bye-bye. All good. I'm going to make this right-hand turn and come across the line here in just about 30 minutes. So, finished 8th overall on the time, and just looking to the scores. Here's the official Zwift Power results. As you can see, I'm right here. I ended up getting some preems, finished 9th with a 4.3 for 20 minutes. And 4.6 for 5, it's decent, in a field of 13. Moving on to my intervals chart. There we are. You can see exactly where the heart rate monitor dropped off. Here I am. That arrow there is when the guys caught me. You can see my my Weebles going back up because I just wasn't pushing as hard. Honestly, I thought I'd be a little bit deeper into the Weebles here, but that's okay. I think I had a pretty good effort, and I'm quite satisfied with how it turned out on an effort basis. The performance was good, the result not so much, but that's okay. It's racing. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and stay tuned. I won't be here next week because I'll be on vacation, but the following week, we'll see what this league's about. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.